Hey everybody, Jamie Pate here. Welcome to this video. I say that every video, don't I? Well, there's a reason for that, because I'm really happy you're here. I'm really happy that you've been here all of 2023. And here we go, jumping into 2024. We're going to call this the inaugural video of 2024. And I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad you guys are here. I have to tell you, it was a tough Christmas. Maybe even a bit of a blue Christmas. And it could have been worse, could have been better. And you know, the tough isn't quite done yet, but when you have things in life just kind of overshadowing Christmas, it just makes it a little extra hard. I was thankful for the holiday. I'm thankful for what I've learned these last several months. But I gotta tell you too, you know what's so great about a new year is that whole reset button. Do you have a reset button? Because I kind of consider, you know how like how your Wi-Fi goes out. You're like, what is going on with the Wi-Fi? It's not working. Why can't I connect? Blah, 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 blah. So you go down, you unplug the Wi-Fi, add its router, you plug it back in, reset, right? That's kind of how I feel about this new year. I know from December 31 to January 1, you're just walking right into another day. I get that. I know that. In my head, I understand that, but there's something about it being a brand new year. And I'm just super excited for all the ideas that are in my head. Some are in process right now. I have some new things to share with you. I have just a lot of things I want to implement this year. But let's get started with what I think we're all here for. I wanted to share in today's video 5 ways. There might actually be 6, but 5 just sounded better on the title. So let's just say 5 and we'll say a bonus. How about that? And 5 ways that I'm documenting 2024. Not all of these have I done in 2023. Actually, one of them, I'm going to talk for a little bit about one word. It's known out there as one little word. It's known out there as word of the year. I'm going to add that into the mix this year. For so many reasons. I've done one little word. I don't want to get into it right now. So just hang on. I'll talk about that in a minute. I just wanted to press reset with how I'm going to document 2024. And if there is anything that you find of value that you too want to jump into or what have you, I'm going to follow these ideas throughout the year. So please stay tuned. It's going to be a banner year. Thank you, thank you, thank you again. I mean, it wouldn't matter if you guys weren't here that I was talking to my camera right now. So thanks for being here so I don't have to just talk to my camera. So, okay, I'm going to stop babbling now and let's get to what is on my workspace for documenting 2024. And oh, can I still say it? Happy New Year. Okay, friends, let's start off with what is going to kind of be a super reset to me this year. And that is what I'm going to call one word. This is my one word album that I'm going to utilize this year. I have used a 6x8 album before. This one here is actually from One Little Word, Allie Edwards. And it's using her binder, which I really love these binders because they're 3 and 3. And using the class prompts. I don't know if you've taken One Little Word before. This one is from 2020. And I really enjoyed, I had this posted up on my Facebook page very recently, and it was just a joy just to kind of go through this one. I have others. You can see in this one here how I made an attempt to start a 21, and I did not get far at all. Literally, this is it. I have nothing written, nothing at all. So 2021, I just scrapped completely. I've also made my own book before. So this one is a little bigger if you're interested in the size here. It is 9.5 inches tall, and then it is almost 7.5 wide. Just my classic taking chipboard, covering chipboard with favorite paper, and then I basically what I did. I know what I did. This was also following Allie Edwards' One Little Word. And so these are prompts that she provided. I used their page protectors, and then I just added book rings onto my book where the holes would be. So that's what this looks like, making your own book, which is so much fun because you just have so much room to get these pages in here. To me, using book rings like this just provides a lot of possibility and a lot of things to add. I came across this and I realized I have no idea why that's not even attached in there. I don't know. I think I meant to put that in there. So had a lot of fun with this one as well. Lots of journaling in here. These are just great prompts, and they're storytelling, because as I look at, especially if you integrate photos, whether still life or people, that is telling a story. I love this. I mean, can I look back at this and I look at this Easter and it just brings so many thoughts to me and reminders. So one word is definitely a storytelling portal. I don't know what other else word to use. Portal's a good word. Let me show you one more. This was using I believe this is 12. This is 8.5 by 11, of course, 8.5 by 11. And the thing with this one is I have several years in here. I just kept adding to the top, and I'm just still kind of creative freeform additions to these, utilizing the binders here. But this was also great fun to work in. Using this size, obviously you have much more room for writing, but, oh, and gosh, I don't know if you've ever taken the class before, but there's always a mixed media prompt. Well, there was back in the day. I love the mixed media prompt. That's my favorite part. So there's some incomplete pages there, and then a lot of complete pages here. So that is an option that I have used, whether using a 6x8 album, whether using a pre-made one little word album, using the 12x12 album. This is an old American craft album here, or making your own. This year I went ahead and decided to use a 6x8 album, so I'm looking forward to getting that started. Okay, another way, I don't know if I've completely added this to my category before, so I'm enjoying making this video. I look forward to looking back at this in a year and seeing how a lot of this took place for me, but something that actually is a way of documenting, and I've heard a lot of you talk about this also, and it's what many call a faith journal, or a morning journal, a meditation journal, a mindfulness journal. It could, to me, this could be any of that. Now, this doesn't hold quite as much by way of photo. And my faith journal is literally a daily part of my life. This is so habitual to me. I literally cannot start my day unless I dive into my journal. And what do you put in your journal, Jamie? While most of this is very intimate, and I'm not going to share all the details, I will tell you, I date it. I put the weather. I put the day of the week. If it's a holiday, I'll make note of that. I will put, holds my gratitudes that I am disciplined to do throughout the whole entire year. So I start my day off with 3 things I'm grateful for. Most usually from the previous day. Sometimes it's just as basic as hot water. Are we ever thankful for hot water? I know that sounds super silly. I don't really think it is, actually. I mean, hot water to me is an absolute luxury. And when I'm reminded, when I've taken the shower after the 5th person in my home has taken the shower and the water is not hot, I'm thankful that we do have hot water, because it is a gift. It's a luxury. And I think it's something we should be thankful for. Anyway, I don't give thanks for my hot water every day, but it's just a small example. That is part of what happens in my morning ritual. What I do nowadays, I finally have settled on, it's taken me a while, but I finally settled on how I want to do this. This will hold 3 months. So this will be January, February, and March. And I have just purchased some, it's an art paper. It's nothing fancy by any means. It is a nice surface for me and the pen that I choose to write on. So I'm happy about that. I think this was actually scrap chipboard that I probably got in a ScrapbookCom order, because if you order separate papers, you always get a piece of chipboard to help those papers not bend. I always save that, and I think I turned this into a 6-inch wide by 8.5 long cover. Obviously, there's 2 covers, one on the front, one in the back. This is showing off the brand new 49 and Market Moonlit Garden right? Moonlit Garden. I love this paper. I've ordered it several weeks ago and I've been hoarding it and I'm so happy. I'll be putting it to work in my one word album as well. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. I don't care. It's January. I need a butterfly. I just need a butterfly. Anyway, so I cover the chipboard and then I bind it. I have videos out there showing you how to bind these type books. That's as simple as it is. These are DIY all the way, and that's what I love. Okay, I also have a video sometime last year. I will need to link that. I'm talking about what I'm now calling my day notebooks. So I might have called them like a day journal, a daily journal. I'm now calling it my notebook. And so I have here, this is a very old Prima Marketing journal holder. It's a traveler's notebook size holder. And that's what I keep these books in. They have, don't mind me, I don't have my previous book covered, but they have these bands in here, just like a traveler's notebook cover would. And so I also have shown how to make these real simple books. It's just pattern paper. And then I purchase a grid paper. I will link that. I now am making these books 4 inches wide by 7 inches tall. I do not know why I like this size. I just started using it and I really do like it. What do you put in your book, Jamie? Your notebook. My notebook holds, again, the date, the day, and notes throughout the day. This is never far from me. I also follow an idea called 8 critical things. I write 8 things in my book every day that I want to accomplish. I am going to see how long I can go accomplishing those. This video that I'm recording today is one of those 8 critical things. I keep notes in here that very often end up in my memory planner, and we'll talk about that in a moment. And so this is crucial. This is also habitual. I will very often have this at my bedside at night, and we'll add in those 8 critical things from a running list, knowing that I need to get them done the next day, which is so powerful to already have my day set when I wake up. So I'm loving my day I'm loving my day notebook so much. I'm loving my day notebook so much, and it is part of my yearly documenting. Okay, so let's talk about memory planner for a second. I do have my 2023 memory planner here. This is actually everything but the last 3 months of the year. I have no idea where that ribbon right there belongs. And I am still working on, as we speak, I'm finishing up November and December. I will be highlighting that at right around the 15th of the month. 15th of the month, every month of the year, I do share an update and a walkthrough to my memory planner. More about that in that video. But I did want to just acknowledge this as a pretty big part of my memory keeping every year. Boy, I think I have been keeping a memory planner. I think this will be my 10th year since Heidi has come out with that concept. I believe it was in 2014 is when she first came out with that. And I loved it. I loved it from the beginning. I still love it. And I have a lot to say about this, so stay tuned. Here on my tabletop, I have what I call, well, it's a Storyline Chapters album, and it's a holder of Storyline Chapters or even Storytellers albums. And I went ahead and pulled 2023, and I have in the past called this Family Chapters. I'm going to change, I think, my labeling of these and simply call them stories. So you can see here there are 4 of these inserts for the entire year. Some stories are completed in here, some are not. That's okay. I do have a home for them, and I'm happy I have a home for them. And while I don't always scrap chronologically, I at least have these all set up so I can add my photos into here. Now, I caused a small panic on my Facebook page about a week ago when I said that Storyline Chapters was going away. What I meant by that was this. Let me clarify for all my friends who I did not mean to put into a panic. Please forgive me. From what I can find out, it doesn't look like American Crafts, who manufactured Storyline chapters, and these particular album holders, it doesn't look like they are fulfilling any new inventory needs. I'm watching what's happening at ScrapbookCom. I see this black album still in there. There's about, I don't know, 6 of them left or something like that. And so that's what I'm observing is happening. That maybe those will not be continued. They've been around a long time. I don't think they're going to be continued. They've been around for at least 5 years, maybe 6, if I'm thinking correctly. Now, this album holder here also holds the exact same size. I mean, you can see these are all actually Storyline chapters. And this is from Heidi Swapp shop. She is the one who started Storyline chapters, and she is the one that is now continuing that same idea in what is called Storytellers. The Storyteller inserts are scrapbook album inserts, same size as the Storyline chapters. Their pages are completely plain, whereas Storyline chapters inserts pages have like this little subtle linen texture to it. You can't feel it. It's just flat printed on the page. And so from what I can tell from Heidi, she's continuing the Storyline. She's continuous Storytellers. She's open to what the needs are out there. Like, what are we looking for? Do we want to buy these like in a 4-pack so we know we have enough for a year? Do we want coordinating albums? Like, what I would love to hear from those of you who love this system, would like to be able to still scrapbook with this system. Please, let's hear from you. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about this. But this is my stories way of documenting my year. I've done that for years and years. I'm going to continue to do that. Last thing I want to share with you, this is a bonus. Remember, there's 5 ways, but I'm going to share this 6th way because this actually supports my memory planner. But it's also going to support my storytelling because I will expand on this too. Now, this is a brand new flat lay journal from Heidi Swapp shop. Came out beginning of December 2023. It is a continual, well, let me see. This back half here is slightly different than the front half. Okay, so the front half of this album, which from my understanding should hold the whole entire year, you have 7 spaces that you can fill in 4 things every day. I have started doing this. I started doing this in December. Remember, the reason we do this, I don't need to write that down. And other lies I tell to myself, you know it's true. You know you have an idea. You know you have a thought. You know you have something that came across your day. If you don't write it down, you will forget it. I promise. So I started this in December. Great start, huh? That's how it goes. But I really did start picking up. It's a habit. So I had to remember, no, you have a habit here. Let's start filling these days in. And this is this week right here. And so I started just doing that. I just left the day and the date. I put the date also over here. There's different ideas that I have going over here. I haven't quite figured this out exactly what's going on this page, but as I'm getting used to utilizing this journal, and it's something that I, again, use every night. It's on my bed. It's near my bed. So I just get snuggled up in bed and I start my writing. I'll write the 4 things. Sometimes there's 5 things. If there's a quote, I have a book list that I've started over here in January 2024. Sky's the limit for what we can add over here. List. I will probably start adding a running list in here for some ideas, for stories, what have you. I'm loving this already so far. And then this here is to actually help get your memory planner page planned, because you have events that you can list, the month, the dates, the highs, the lows. You can add in your sketch right here. This is a memory planner mock-up right here, color palette, and things that you want to add to that. So, whew, that's a lot. That is a really, I think, quick look at how I'm going to be documenting in 2024. This is where my life is going to be living, in these pages right here. And I am so excited for it. I'm so excited for this fresh start. I hope you are too. If you have any questions, if you need more clarifications, if you want to see something, I have a lot of ideas. Stay tuned, subscribe, be here, talk to me, and let's document 2024 like we never have before. Let's stop that blur. Let's slow it down. Let's stop the scroll, and let's write a whole lot more. Thank you so much for being here. Let me hear from you in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.